Hello guys and welcome back to Higurashi, chapter 8, Matsuribayashi. We're back right into chapter something. Last time, Takano ordered the mountain dogs to start surveillance early, so our time for setup has slightly been reduced, so which is bad, but it seems like everyone's probably on board with things. Akasaka's doing his best to keep Rita's cover from being blown, which is good. And looks like we're gonna get the well, it looks like they already talked about this situation to Rena and Keiichi, so we'll probably see some planning from from the club members and see how they handle that situation. You know, I expect a lot of trap work. From Satoko's side is like the real prep work you can do. I mean, I've said this before, but I doubt they're gonna do it for whatever reason. Is asking some Sonozaki bodyguard backup. You know, to me it sounds like a pretty reasonable idea, but I don't know if we're actually gonna get it. I think probably we're gonna get Shion, right? We haven't seen her in the story yet, so me on calling Shion for backup is probably what's gonna happen. And yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just see. Let's just get into this. I have plenty of questions. This could easily be one of those well-planned pranks. What I heard is just that extraordinary. But right now, it's a bad idea to ask questions just out of curiosity. That would be a waste of time. Mian has already explained everything about the events surrounding Rita-chan. True. Rita-chan apologized from the bottom of her heart. Rita-chan has been dealing with this strange disease, this Hinamizawa syndrome, as well as these suspicious Tokyo people all by herself until today. She's been trying not to get us involved, and that's why she's dealt with them all by herself. We can all imagine what she must have been feeling, so none of us can even think of anything to say. The silence went on for a while, but then Hanyu clapped Rika on the back. Whoa! New Hanyu outfit, dude. Is this a casual wear? Nice. It actually kind of matches well with Rika's dressy look. Okay, respectable. Love how there's like a pocket and the button-up straps. That's some fashion, Hanyu. Hanyu suddenly addressed me. I could tell from her eyes that she was expecting something from me. Right, my role is to act as the flint for the other club members. It's my job to burn strong and bright red to get everyone excited, you know. That saying's from Sumi Horoboshi. What have I been doing just sitting around?
そうだぜリカちゃん。ちょいとことがでかかったんで面食らっちまったが。なあみんな、 どいつもこいつも内心は面白くなってきやがったとか思ってんだろ。さとこ、どうもこいつは俺たちに本気でやってもいいってことみたいだぞ。お前だいぶ温存してるんだろ。
Yep.
シャレじゃ済まない秘蔵のトラップをだいぶ隠し持ってるんだろ。
The poo spite thing. Bring it back, dude.
そいつを食らわせてやるまたとないチャンスじゃねえか。
部活メンバーに私がいたことに感謝なさいませですわね。相手が何様だか存じませんけど、本気でやっていいとなれば、たとえ部活メンバーが相手でも塩をためらってきた奇跡の大トラップの数々が惜しげもなく飛び出しますのよ。そうだね。さとこちゃんのトラップはみーちゃんのお墨付きだもんね。たとえ相手が本物の軍隊でも、さとこちゃんのトラップはみんな蹴散らしちゃう。
と、さとこをよいしょしてるが、もちろんレナだって容赦ねえからな。レナは普段はおっとりしてるが、俺はこいつの
The true power. Yep.
レナは本当に戦うべきここ一番では誰にも屈しない強さを持ってる。
Definitely on a physical level.
そいつはかなり半端ない。
Fighting instinct, etc., etc.
多分俺でも勝てないと思うぜ。
そんなことないよ。ケイチ君だってここ一番の時の爆発、レナじゃ打ち破れない運命でも打ち破れる気がするもの。ケイチが赤く燃え上がる炎なら、レナは青く静かに燃え上がる炎という感じなのです。
The throwbacks.
お、それいい例えだな。真っ赤に燃える男、前原圭一。青く燃える女、竜宮レナ。我が部にその人ありと天下に知らしめる絶好のチャンスだぜ。そしてその最強のメンバーを最強のリーダーが従える。だよな、ミオ。
The green flame.
子にして最強、揃えば無敵。それが俺たちの部なんだよな。
Yeah. Oh, no group share.
いやはや、不謹慎だと思って黙ってたけど、おじさんさ、本当はこう思ってたのさ。こいつは最高に面白くなってきたってね。今は感謝してるよ、リカちゃん。これだけの獲物をよくぞ知らせてくれた。このひなみ沢で我が部に挨拶なしで上等を決めてくれようとはね。きっちりけじめを取らせてもらうよ。
It had only been 5 minutes since Rita-chan apologized to everyone and brought the mood down, yet our morale was already at its peak again. We're up against such an absurd conspiracy, but if we're together, I think we can defeat it. This is the best feeling ever. Hanyu is the one who started all of this. She's quite the promising newcomer. She knew exactly whom among us to get motivated first. No, moreover, while even our senior members were hesitant about taking on such a huge opponent somewhere in their hearts, she alone remained unflinching and raised our spirits. She's likely to grow even more formidable in the future.
ありがとうみんな。信じてくれてありがとう。信じてくれるとずっと言ってますし、信じて当然。信じないやつなら仲間じゃないのです。だからお礼なんていらないのですよ、リカ。
ああ、そうだな。羽生の言う通りだ。お前いい根性してるぞ。気に入った。
Dude, is that new? The hand holding, praying, almost looks like she's praying. New Hanyu everywhere. I rubbed Hanyu's head. She laughed as if I was tickling her.
さて、そうとなりゃ作戦会議だ。状況をもう一度整理しよう。まず、リカちゃんとサトコは病気結石のふりをしてしばらくここに身を隠す。これは万が一に備えてだね。まさかここに2人が隠れてるなんて誰も知らないよ。留守番をしてくれてる赤坂って人に感謝だね。
でもよかったね。5年も昔にした約束を覚えてて助けに来てくれるなんて本当に素敵な人だね。ちょっと羨ましいかも。私の好みじゃありませんけど、リカにはちょっと嫉妬しましたよ。
So Toto, you have a type? Question mark? The Teichi type?
赤坂は別にそういうわけではないのです。
しかも東京の警視庁の公安部の人で、それも秘密部門所属なんだろ。すげえ頼もしい人だよな。
He's a hit or miss.
秘密部門ってのがしびれるぜ。
赤坂はきっととても強いと思いますです。とても頼もしいのですよ。
ただ、赤坂さんの役割はどちらかというと緊急時の防御役。むしろ重要なのは相手の尻尾をつかむ
Yeah,
タイミングを。
Kasata can't really take any initiative right now.
彼こそが真の攻撃役。
Still don't know what's going on with Tomodachi. Hopefully he finds something.
しかも敵を鎮圧できる番犬部隊を呼ぶことができるのは富武さんだけ。つまり富武さんこそがこの戦いに勝利できるキーマンってことなんだよ。下手くそカメラマンの富武のおじさまが私たちの命運を握っている超重要人物とは。
Hey,
不思議な感じ。
he's a buff cameraman, alright? Trust in the Jiro. Everyone teased her by saying they're going to tell Tomodachi she told him that.
富武の頑張りを期待しないわけではありませんが、万が一に備え他の手も考えておいた方がいい。
He better succeed, dude. I want this to be the one hurt he finally lives.
でも羽生、富武に頼る以外に何か打てる手などあるの？
That's a good question. Besides just trapping. Just more trapping.
何しろ敵から見ても富武さんはキーマン。自分たちを内定していると気づいたら暗殺することだってあるかもしれない。何しろここは彼にとって敵地も同然なんだからね。富武さんだけに頼りきらず、私たちに打てる手を探すのも大切だと思うよ。
そうですわよ。トラップだってたった一つで綺麗に決めるのは難しいですもの。いくつも仕掛けてあらゆる可能性に対処して初めて完璧になるんですのよ。
Thank you for the quick lesson. Yeah, more traps. So we need those. So Toto has to be on permanent trap duty for a while.
攻撃の手を一つに限る必要なんてない。富武さんとは違う形で他の攻撃ができないか探してみるといいんじゃないかな。
でも東京についてわからない私たち。
It'd actually be good to get Shion so she can get some scouting information from Otonomiya. I don't know.
富武さんの重要性の一つが番犬部隊を呼び寄せることだってんなら、
That's yeah, it's good. Good point.
教えてもらいたいよな。そうすれば万が一富武さんが敵にやられても俺たちは勝利条件を失わずに済む。
So I don't know if I want the Bloodhounds to come, because they said they just might kill everyone anyways and do the manual stuff, so seems a little risque.
そうだね。富武さんの最大の価値はそこにあるからね。同時にそこがこちらのアキレス腱でもある。 事情を話して富武さんに彼らとの連絡の取り方を教えてもらおう。ただ問題なのは、富武さん自身が市内に身を隠しちゃってて、こっちから連絡を取る方法がないって点なんだよね。
でもいい手だと思いますです。富武と次に連絡を取ることができたら、番犬への連絡の仕方を聞きましょうです。まずこれが一案。
Okay.
ないでしょうか。
Hope there's a next time. Before you knew it, Hanyu was making sure we moved along with our proceedings. Rana noticed that too, giving a pleasant smile to the girl trying to be part of our group.
今の手は富武さんに万一があった時のための保険だよな。また別の角度の攻撃を考えたいな。富武さんの調査に貢献できるような攻撃ってねえか。
面白いですわね。
Catch them in the act of plotting, I guess. So I remember, if you remember the Higurashi thing, arc playthrough, then we definitely talked a lot about catching people in the act, but I don't know if they just don't have any video cameras they can get or something, so it's probably hard to do without that.
何かのトラップを仕掛けて尻尾をつかみ、黒幕に言い逃れできない証拠を突きつける。最高のトラップシチュエーションでしたよ。
奴らの狙いが僕なら、僕を何かのおとりにするのはどうですか？
That's true, you can have like Rito walking around and try to see if people are following her, but that's not really proof, I guess.
危険だけど、高野たちは僕が
Unless you actually capture them.
つかざるを得ないのです。
Just spicy but fun, I guess.
かなり危険な一手だね。でも確かに高野さんがリカちゃんを追っているという大きな証拠をつかめる手だよ。
わざと姿を見せて騒ぎを大きくして逃走戦にすれば、少しは面白い効果が期待できそうだね。
It is very risky though.
そこでサトコの裏山が役に立つ。
Trap Mountain, the trap course.
あそこに逃げ込めば追っ手は大変なことになりますですよ。
だよな。へへ。こいつは最高の見物だぜ。面白くなってきやがった。
でもやっぱりそれは最後の一手だと思うかな。裏山にこもれば籠城戦になって状況はだいぶ変わる。この手に訴えるのは本当に最後の最後だと思う。
Yeah, that's true. Don't need to recklessly show ourselves, show our hand yet.
裏山のトラップは防御効果が非常に高いでしょうけども、あくまで防御ですわ。敵に対し攻撃するものとは違いますもの。
裏山籠城は追い詰められた最後の切り札になるだろうね。
The final wall.
これは本当に最後の手段。ここが敵に襲われ、ここを捨てざるを得ない時だけのね。ちなみにうちの地下には隠しトンネルがあって、山中の井戸に抜けられるよ。
Don't slip on the well. Cursed. It's a cursed well.
すっげえな、ミオンの家。やっべえ。ますます
Oh shit.
敵は謎の組織で、秘密作戦に秘密基地、秘密の地下道。ほほほほ。これで燃えなきゃ男じゃねえぜ。
Hell yeah, dude. Life and death situations. At least it's spicy.
男でなくても燃えまくりなのですよ。さあ、これで2案出ましたです。僕たちはまだまだ思いつきますですよ。もう1案くらい出ないですか？
そうだな。 もう一案欲しいぜ。今の案もどっちかというと防御的な案だからな。もっともっと攻撃性の高い我が部にぴったりの案は出ないのかよ。
Rain called the gardeners. Made them distracted.
っていうのかな。相手にガツンと一撃が入って連中の陰謀が頓挫しちまうくらいのすげえやつだよ。
僕たちにそんな方法
I don't know what that would even be. Again, I doubt it will happen now, but if you can get Takano off of the team, then that would definitely delay the operation. Even if they could do it themselves, losing their lead commander would definitely make it more messy. So that I guess that's a possibility.
きっとあるよ。レナたちはリカちゃんが思ってるほど無力じゃないし、切り札だってないわけじゃない。彼らにとって重要なリカちゃんというキーマンが一緒にいる。これが重要な切り札になるんだから。リカちゃんをおとりにするっていう意味じゃなくてね。
確かに
Boom, boom, boom.
女王感染者が私たちのところにいるのは彼らに対して大きなアドバンテージになるね。連中の目的は何？リカちゃんを殺して緊急マニュアルとやらに従って緊急措置の行使を余儀なくさせ、それを組織内の派閥争いに利用すること。そうだね。
そうなのです。リカは奴らにとって全てを吹き飛ばす爆弾みたいなものなのです。
それを爆発させて大騒ぎを起こし、それに乗じて何かを得するのが奴らの狙い。
それを爆発させないのが私たちの勝ちということになると、それはあまりいい状況。
Rapper and bubble wrap. It's the only way. Aggressive Rika in a ball of bubble wrap.
こちらはいつまでもずっと守り続けなくちゃならないけど、向こうはなりふり構わずリカちゃんを殺せば勝ちになる。まるで片方にしかゴールがないサッカーだよ。
A good way to put it. Actually.
その片方にしかゴールがない異常なサッカーを告発して番犬部隊を呼び寄せるのがいわゆる富武作戦の要だね。奴らの陰謀を砕く私たちのゴールは何かない？あるはずだよ。こういう時は立場を逆にして考えると見えてくる。
Oh, that face though.
その手があったか。
I don't like that cadence in her voice. Very Shion after stabbing Keiichi like. Mian started grinning in a weird way. Here she goes. The winds are blowing stronger on her side, and she's getting into better than top form. Mian is pretty smart. She is great at analyzing situations. That's why when Rita-chan first told her everything, she immediately decided that there's no way for us to win and became depressed. However, while Mian is easily crushed, she's also able to exhibit incredible power when the wind's on her side. We created that tailwind and now her sail is receiving the push it needed.
リカちゃん、もう一度確認するね。その緊急マニュアルってのはリカちゃんが死ぬと村人が48時間以内に全員異常行動を起こすって言うから、そうなる前に村を鎮圧するために発動されるんだよね。
I mean, we never really got the explanation to why the emergency thing didn't happen in Wada and Maetashi, besides the fact that Rika was killed by like Shion and the body was disposed in a different way. But like so then you think it should still happen. But what if it just like I don't know if I'm just wrong on this, but what if it just doesn't happen when Rita dies? Because if it happens when she dies, it wouldn't matter like how she's killed, right? Or am I wrong about that? Like, what if this is actually kind of a meme and she doesn't actually trigger this mass panic, and that's why it didn't happen in Watanadashi and Mayatashi? Because the only other reason would be that it wasn't like on display or whatever, but what difference would that make though? It's more like it's like killing the boss of a hive mind, which technically you would think it would make everyone go crazy, but it didn't happen, dude. What if it's like some weird misunderstanding? Is the AI researching it? That'd be funny. I don't know. If I'm right, you know, let me know. If you want. Or definitely bring that up again in some post Higurashi videos if it doesn't get answered. Because it's an interesting question. I I was just asking that. I believe they made this inference after like experimenting with the dam murder and stuff and his reaction when Rita's nearby and not and stuff like that. Or that. Well, I guess my answer is probably gonna be answered. That it might just not happen. And they were memeing the whole time. That's funny. Prove it's like not 100%. The manual is not valid enough or whatever. Man, I can't believe I didn't think of that. I always thought it was weird, but I just didn't. I guess I didn't dive deep enough to think why it was weird. Let's bully them a bit. Man, it's so weird that I haven't thought of that now. At least I told it seconds before they said it, you know, that counts for something, I guess. This isn't just, we don't know. I guess we do know from Ed's evidence, but it's not like Takano created this manual as like a meme or something. She like legitimately feels like this might happen. Because this was created like well before she was approached by the Chinese supporter side. Ooh, just send a letter to the Prime Minister explaining everything. Because he has to be the one who says yes, you know?
かんないのです。
Unlucky.
リカ、僕に今まで意地悪してごめんなさいと謝ったら答えを教えてあげますですよ。
まっぴらごめんよ。
The change up.
そのあうあう気が散るから黙らせて。
なんだなんだ、鋭いレナまで気づかないのかよ。
Yeah, it's weird that Rena hasn't.
いいか、
Thought she would have.
俺たちの攻撃が富武さん一人に委ねられていて、それがアキレス腱であるように敵の攻撃も緊急マニュアル一つに委ねられているんだよ。ってことは緊急マニュアルの根底を打ち砕いてやればいい。わかるか？緊急マニュアルの意味を失わせてやればいいんだよ。
H, you gave out the answer, dude. Ruined the game.
緊急マニュアルの意味は何ですか？それはひなみ沢症候群の大騒ぎを災害のふりをして隠すためなのです。だから村人たちがおかしくなる48時間以内に村に緊急措置を行使してしまおうとする。そしてそれが敵の狙いなのです。ということは、つまり48時間以内に緊急マニュアルを使わせなければいい？僕を殺さなければその48時間は始まらないんだから、その48時間を逃げ切ればいい？
I mean, this only works if they claim they killed her, right? Or, I don't know. Unless you, like, fake her death or something. Need some Uminako makeup or something for that.
何よ、二人とももう答えを口にしてるじゃない。いい？じゃあ答えを教えてあげよう。みんないい？せーの。
Oh!
リカちゃんが48時間前に死んでればいい。
Ooh. I guess you can use Earae for that too. Confirm it or something. Fate confirmation. You said it in unison. Boy, we're good at this. We never mess it up.
わかったよ、わかった。僕もわかりましたです。
Rena and Rita-chan clapped their hands together. They finally figured it out. Why did it take so long for us to come up with this?
やっとみんな思いつきましたです。こんな案、1案目でさっくり出してほしいものなのですよ。さっきから後ろ向きな案ばっかりだったので、ひょっとして思いつかないのかと焦ってましたのです。
What is that Hanulet? A pattern armor.
言ってくれるじゃない。羽生、あんたますます気に入ったよ。この功績を認め、あんたには後で我が部金星特別十字章を授与しよう。まあそれは後に置いといて。
Sorry, what the?
作戦の説明に入ろう。
For some reason I thought she said lacrosse, and then I'm like, what are you talking about, Mia? So I would respect you for the lacrosse shout out. Unlucky, I guess.
最大の拠り所である緊急マニュアル。これにはでっかいウィークポイントが隠されてる。それはひなみ沢症候群は女王感染者の死後48時間で村人が全員異常行動を起こすから、そうなる前に初段を下せというそもそもの根拠の部分。つまりリカちゃんが48時間前にすでに死んでいるのに、村に何も起こらず平和だったら、このマニュアルの根本が崩れるってことなんだよ。
That's it, to say the least. Nobody really wants to do such a terrifying thing. But if they don't execute the manual, the villagers might go mad and spread to the surrounding communities. They're hesitant to execute it, but they want to keep the damage to a minimum. But what if they find Rita-chan's body 48 hours after her death? The major premise that the villagers will lose their minds within 48 hours of the Queen's carrier's death will collapse. Just boldly lie about it, huh?
リカちゃんが世間に目撃されたのは昨日の学校が最後。だからそれから48時間だから、あさっての早朝くらいに死体が見つかったということになるととても好都合だね。
Would be good, but you also have like Tatano, who's played with a lot of dead bodies, I imagine, so it might be hard to fool her. Or that's just temporarily getting rid of it, maybe. Dude, they hit you with a fate Tatano death, hit the mat with a fate Rita death. Actually a counter punch.
リカの死体が見つかり、それが死後48時間経過
Pretty
した
good.
って嘘を発表してもらうんですの。
Though Wishi's not fully on our squad yet.
まあ公式発表にするといろいろ余波がありそうだから、入江機関にだけ嘘を流せば十分だろう。しかも監督がこっちの味方なんだから、連中をコロッと騙すのは可能なはずだ。
これは
Though for some reason I don't think it'll go that smoothly. Because I want to also see some mountain dogs get hit with some Toko traps, if you know what I mean. But who knows, dude.
緊急マニュアルの信憑性が失われれば、こんなひどい作戦が承認されることなんてありえない。つまり連中にとって最大の弱点は緊急マニュアルであり、そしてリカちゃん自身だったというわけなんだよ。
大石は協力するとまだ言ってくれたわけではありませんが、僕はきっと力を貸してくれると信じていますです。
The Shindo Owl. That's a special one.
これは愉快なトラップになりましたよ。高野さんが慌てふためく姿が目に浮かぶようですわ。
高野は私と聡子が風邪で寝込んで家にいると信じ込んでる。でも姿を見たわけじゃなく、
The only flaw with this, and I think, I don't know if they'll bring it up, but the only flaw with this is the fact that they sent Ire to check on Satoto and Rika, and he reported that they were sick at that time. So there is a possibility that if they do this and the timing's not right, they can really fuck up. Especially, I mean, even after the fact that Ire just reported that they were sick would also be kind of sus. So there's definitely some holes in this plan that they just don't really know about, to be honest. So that they, yeah, be interesting to see if they bring that up. Because, you know, how could they die from normal causes if Ire just checked on them a couple hours ago at most, depending on when they launched this plan? Hopefully they're coordinated with someone, but I guess it's hard to do, so since everyone's bugged out, so yeah, that might be the downfall, but hope for the best, I guess.
それが実は他にいて、そしてあさってに突然私の死体が見つかり、しかも48時間前には死んでいたなんてことになったら、
なんだかすっごい痛快なことになりそうだね。
Dad and Gudra. Godra.
となれば、黒幕たちはこの緊急マニュアル作戦が失敗したと判断して撤退するだろうね。ここで私たちの攻守が逆転する。そこまで至ればきっと敵の動揺の隙をついて富武さんが何かをつかむ。
そして陰謀を鎮圧するために富武が番犬のワンワンを呼び寄せて敵をやっつけてくれるのです。これが僕たちのゴールなのです。
よっしゃー、見えてきたじゃねえか、俺たちの勝ち方が。しかも最高に俺たちにぴったりの騙し方だぜ。気に入った気に入った、最高に気に入った。
Let's hope I kind of found the hole by accident. Well, not by accident, by thinking about it. But again, they know nothing about it. That wasn't like part of the plan for them to check up on Atasato so early, right? We all encouraged each other with a hip hip hooray. This is definitely getting really, really interesting. Still, what's key is the claim of Rita-chan being dead for 48 hours is believable. For that, we'll need Oishi-san's help. Change. And as we thought about asking him, he arrived at the Sonozaki residence. Oh, what's up, dude? Oishi knows that Rita-chan is hiding here. He also knows that some members of the Mountain Dog have infiltrated the police station. They've even wiretapped Rita-chan's home phone. So the safest way to contact her, he figured, is in person. On board yet, bro? Oh, they might get the information then. Hatch up the plan. That'd be cool. Oishi loosened his tie while drinking his barley tea. I bet he never thought he'd end up drinking a glass of barley tea at the home of his old enemy, the Sonozaki family.
敵に対する強力な揺さぶりになるでしょう。おそらく敵は動揺し焦って。
Actually, I don't know. Whatever.
それは富武さんにとって掴むべき尻尾となるに違いありません。いや、実にうまい作戦ですよ。3人集まればなんとかって言いますが、
It is a good idea, though. No denying that.
いいアイデアも出てくるもんです。
Oishi-san laughed in admiration and assured us that the operation would definitely make an impact. However, he hesitated a little too. True, the pension dude. In our 48-hour operation, Oishi-san ends up bearing most of the responsibility. And the police are a strict organization. There's no guarantee they won't investigate. Oishi-san is planning to retire this year. He needs his pension in order to pay off his mortgage. He's at a very delicate point in his life. Well, this is a big deal for Rita-chan. It's a lot to ask of Oishi too. He has the risk of throwing away everything for our sakes. Not again. Rip. The respect.
難しければ無理にうなずかなくてもいいのですよ。僕たちは大石の犠牲を踏み台にして勝利を勝ち取りたいなんて思ってないのです。
Nobody knew what to say to him, but Hanyu broke the silence. She's full of energy, wooing during our club, but at times like this, she also has the power to heal hearts of those who are hesitating and growing weak. It's like being enveloped in a mysterious embrace. If her appearance matched her level of maturity, Anya would probably look like a mother.
それに僕たちは最強の部活メンバーなのです。48時間作戦がダメなら、もっともっと効果的で面白い作戦をすぐに考えちゃいますのです。ね、ミオン。
ああ、そうだよ。おいさん、無理なら断ってくれて全然 OK。むしろ私たちも大石さんの迷惑も考えず勝手に盛り上がっちゃって悪かったと思ってるもん。
そうですわね。困らせてごめんなさいですわ、大石さん。
Man, I know I keep saying it, but I am bothered about me not connecting the dots for the Watchunadashi and Mayatashi thing. I feel like that would be super big for theory crafters if they noticed that and made note. I guess it'd be like really hard to do finding that before before Mayatashi, but like if you do that before Inadoroshi, then you're a G in my book. Rena whispered me while watching them talk.
羽生ちゃんって結構うまいね。年下の子にこんなこと言われてたら一肌脱がずにはいられなくなっちゃうもん。
True.
って羽生が慰めてるのってそういう意味があるのかよ。
The cute charm? Just trying to bait and switch.
み
Wishi, do you have the willpower? Resist.
だって羽生は本当は僕よりずっとタヌキなのですよ。
Tanuki. Smiley face. As Oishi-san moaned and groaned, Anya looked over and grinned wickedly at us. I take it back. This girl, she really is sly. Anya is more dangerous than I thought. Rip the pension, guys. Next time we do a club activity, I'll really have to watch out. Sorry, guys. One more night. We already took. It's like the same thing that happened last time, dude. Kumagai. My boy.
大丈夫。絶対に信頼できる人間です。私も引き受けたなら失敗しましたじゃすみません。なので、やる前に賞賛を図らせてください。
Oishi-san never makes promises unless he's sure he can keep them. And didn't he like promise he would protect Keiichi or something in Anakatsushi? Maybe not though. That's why he speaks cautiously, but considering his position, it was certainly a decision that required courage.
大丈夫ですよ、大石。もし退職金がなくなっちゃっても、きっとミオンが何とか
True, the hookup.
ね。み
Yeah, Mion. Come on, spend some for the boys.
部活メンバーに協力する以上、そうじゃないと大石がかわいそうなのです。み
まあね。おじさんの家はこう見えてもお金持ちだからね。
We got 2 sly foxes. Our club's going to be an epitome of free-for-all in the future. The meeting ends with that. Okay, good luck, Oishi. We'll find out if we can go ahead with the 48-hour operation or not by tomorrow, depending on Oishi-san's answer. We haven't heard from Tomodachi-san yet, but I'm sure he started his investigation on Takano-san. The coach and Akasaka have to wait patiently, each surrounded by the enemy. They're both in very dangerous positions. So I just have to pray for their safety. And then there's Takano-san. I'm still having a hard time believing she's involved in such a vast conspiracy. If someone told me the whole thing was a lie, I might even believe them. That's why I want Tomodachi-san to investigate. She's mysterious and a bit cold, but she can be fun. But she can be fun to be around too. Also, I've always thought of her as one of the villagers. It hurts more than a little to suspect one of your own. I can understand what Tomodachi-san is going through. This doesn't have to be an investigation to confirm her guilt. Instead, I want to prove that she is not guilty. It's too painful for people to doubt one another. Uh-oh. Bloodhounds!
ああ、何度もお電話をさせてしまいすみませんでした、富武に。いえ、それより何かわかりましたか?
A background investigation usually takes a few months. It can't be rushed within a day or two. But Tomodachi sensed that something huge had started to make its move after what Rika and the others told him. And it was definitely getting closer. But once it was close enough to see it, it would be too late. That's why he was checking in on their progress so frequently.
高野三佐については現在調査を続けています。アルファベットの客員に迎えられるときに別の部署ですでに身辺調査を行っていたらしく、その資料の引き渡しを。
We need future information. Not that deep.
今、総員体制で当たらせているところです。もうしばらくお時間をください。分かってます。ですが、事態は切迫しつつあるように感じていますので、くれぐれも緊急にお願いいたします。はい、もちろんです。それから、富武任意の依頼とは別に、本日付で入江機関への緊急内定が命じられました。優先度最大。命令書は幕僚長名です。幕僚長が
This is the cover up to make it seem Irie did it.
私の調査依頼とは別に。はい。あくまでも別件となっていますが、私の見たところ、これは富武任意の調査に対するトップからの強力な後押しではない。
Oh, or maybe someone, yeah, is using Tomodachi's investigation
幕僚長が協力
to boost him. I think it's a good possibility that this is just to frame a Irie, right? What does this mean? The only thing I can assume is that the top members of the JGSDF have realized the danger of the conspiracy surrounding the Irie Institute. Like Rika-chan said, if this conspiracy's intent is to execute the emergency manual, then the opposing camp will try to stop that from happening. My request for an investigation is the first step in putting a stop to their plans. So if the masterminds were influencing the chief of staff, he'd probably try to shut my investigation down. But he's supporting it instead, which probably means that the chief of staff isn't my enemy. What the heck is that? Is that like a plane or something? Not a train, dude. I know my train sounds. What sounds like a helicopter? Peeping? No peeps. In fact, he might belong to the opposing camp. No, it's hard to say if he belongs to them or not. It might just be under order from the ones pulling the strings for the opposing camp. If that's true, then the enemy has already noticed something, and it's possible that they'll start exerting pressure soon enough. So how much can I find before that happens? I don't know much about the top brass. Still, for the chief of staff to get involved. Putting aside if Takano-san is guilty or not, I'm certain that something extremely big is starting to happen around the Irie Institute.
まだ分析は終わっていませんが、入江機関内の予算の動きに不審があるようです。単なる書類のミスなのか、何かの工作なのかは現在腕利きに表せています。口座に不審とは何です？はい。
They did say in Higurashi that Irie was diverting funds or something. This must be the evidence that caused that speculation, you know.
口座があるのはご存知かと思います。そこの数字が微妙に合いません。 プール金への流出、もしくは不明金の流入の可能性があるとのことです。また、領収書の日付にも不審な点があり、捏造の疑いが持たれています。
Funds are usually supplied annually. For example, if a budget of 1 million yen is approved, 1 million is supplied in April and the facility manages those funds so they can keep things running for 1 year. So depending on how they use the money, it's possible to have some left over at the end of the year. If they only use 900,000 yen, they will have 100,000 yen left. Then for the following year, they'll be told they only needed 900,000 yen. 900,000 yen should be enough. Furthermore, there should be 100,000 yen left over, so they should only need 800,000 yen the following year. Therefore, they only get 800,000 yen when the April comes. Okay, yes. As some of you have already noticed, the more leftover money you have, the fewer funds you receive the next year. Therefore, it's smart to use up your entire budget. But some people try to get by until the end of the year. If there is 100,000 yen left, they try to make it look as though they've used up the money even when it's in fact in a safe somewhere. They report that they've used exactly 1 million yen, and they got another million the following year. Wouldn't it be funny if this backfires and Tomotaki suddenly suspects Ire as the real villain? That'd be a good meme. Then he'd tell Tatano that. Yet there's still 100,000 yen sitting in a safe. This 100,000 yen is called a pooled fund or a slush fund. Okay, well I actually didn't know how a slush fund worked, but if I assume this idea works globally, then yeah. So basically, they give you a budget, you have leftovers, and next year you want, if you say that you have leftovers, they'll give you a reduced amount. If you want the full amount, then you have to make the money disappear, and that money collected, basically taking the remains of the budget, is the slush fund. I see. And only a handful of people will know about that money. This is how public funds get embezzled or turned into private money. As we previously mentioned, the Alphabet Project is using this exact trick. And certain masterminds are pulling in huge amounts of public funding. To avoid this kind of situation, there's an audit of accounts performed every year, and oversight to ensure no one's fattening their pockets or creating slush funds. By the way, it's been said that the reason why civil engineering projects tend to start up at the end of the year is so they won't have that 100,000 yen left, but that's not relevant right now. The point is that they have to work hard to get the funds they want. Well, that's an example of having some money left over, which is certainly not bad. However, it can also be possible that there isn't enough money. After all, they're only granted 1 year's worth of funds, so they can't delve into a savings account like we do in our lives. That excess money just doesn't exist. Therefore, an estimate report should never show more expenditure than revenue. If that happens, that means there's some extra money other than what was supplied. That's how slush funds are discovered. Tomotaki was told that it was still under investigation, but the Aries Institute's suspicious financial records could be either case. The former would be fine. It's quite common after all. But if it was the latter, there would be something quite nasty lying beneath the surface. In other words, it was quite possible that the funding was coming into the Erie Institute from someone other than the formal sponsors. To be more exact, there's a chance that someone was interfering with the Erie Institute by supplying funds. Tomotaki was having his men look into the possibility of Tatano and the Mountain Gods rebelling against Tokyo. Which is not true, so that's why it's hard to say that they're being funded. While it was certainly possible for Tatano to do so because of her personal investments in their research project, it was hard to believe that the Mountain Gods would betray their employers out of sympathy. For the gods to take part in Tatano's conspiracy, a huge amount of money would have to be involved. And the discrepancy that Tomodachi's men had identified could be a sign of such.
あ、もしもし。失礼。今、一件報告が来ました。富武には小泉先生をご存知ですか？
Yeah.
旧小泉派のトップです。近年お亡くなりになって派閥は瓦解したそうですが、そのトップと高野三佐の個人的信仰についてはご存知でしたか？ええ、一応は。では、小泉先生と小高野先生に個人的な信仰があったことはご存知でしたか？え？いや、なるほど。小泉先生が高野三佐を可愛がっていた理由がようやくわかりました。これは興味深い内容です。実は小泉先生の死後、彼の隠し口座の清算が行われたらしいのですが、その際、金庫番の弁護士を通さず、小泉先生がご自身で下ろされた額があることが判明したんだそうです。時期は入江機関の設立がアルファベットで承認された半年前です。
Well.
それは入江機関設立の根回しに小泉先生が使ったのでは？いえ、その根回しの金は弁護士が管理を任されていました。ですからその支出ではないと思われます。腹心の金庫番を素通しして支払うというのはよほどの個人的支出です。
So, could that involve the relationship between Koizumi Sensei and Takano-san?
では、高野三佐に対し小泉先生が個人的に資金
Well, she definitely did do that. I remember he gave like her a big briefcase of money before the institute, right?
はい。こちらでもそう分析しており、現在裏付けを進めています。小泉先生による機関設立の根回しとは別に、高野三佐に対し個人的に設立工作のための現金を提供したのではないかと考えています。ということはつまり、高野三佐は造反工作を行いうる現金を多額に持っている可能性があるということですか。高野三佐は機関設立にあたり、各方面への調整にあたりましたが、
I don't obviously. I mean, it is not obviously. That's false.
ですので、設立工作にあたり、その提供を受けた資金を使用していないなら、それは丸々残っている可能性があります。
Because we saw, the only thing is, we saw the person ordering Takana to do this also call Okinoji, so obviously they have a connection, so it can't just be Takana's money. Which I'm pretty sure is not the answer, right? 1 billion? Yo, that's a lot of money. Definitely, okay, well that's definitely enough to win to win over the mountain gods, I'd assume. I'm very close to Takano-san, but I had no idea she was so rich. Actually, she's rather tight with her money. She never acted as if she had 1 billion yen just sitting around. But then, that money isn't just money to her. It's a form of support from her dear grandfather's friend. I don't think she ever mentioned that either. What if it got like nabbed by the Chinese party? Because she'd have to save it for when she needed it the most. But yeah, I mean, I guess this kind of raises the question if Takano is bought the mountain gods. If the new board of directors had even a little interest in her research, she would have used the money on them, but they simply laughed at her. So Takano-san gave up on bribing them. Instead, she decided to use it now because her research project was going to be terminated anyway. With 1 billion yen, it might be possible to bribe the mountain gods. If she has sponsors, it'll be even easier. Her grandfather couldn't complete his life's work, but she's planning on a magnificent conclusion for it. Shit. Those can't be her true intentions. Someone has to be deceiving her. Takano-san, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't notice your sorrow, even though I've been right beside you. Chapter end. Boo, boo, boo. That's a good chapter. I liked it. I liked it. We got some game plans rolling on the club side. We got a closer look into the financial situations of the institute, which they talked about before, but got a better idea. No tips as per usual. It's even in the stuffed version. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up this time, guys. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen next chapter. I guess maybe we'll see Owishi's decision. I don't think things are gonna explode this much. I just thought it'll probably be based around this whole 48-hour idea, which could be good. Again, there's a slight little gap for them to break through if they if they time it in a way where it doesn't make sense with Irie's visit. I think could screw it up. Or if they just want to see the body, right? Like, it's definitely flimsy, but it's a nice bluff, if anything. But yeah, thanks for watching as always. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time with some more Matsuribayashi. Thanks for watching. Bye.